January 2026. This video could be the most important thing you click on this year, or even in your entire life. I know. Right now, anxiety fills the air whenever you open the door or pick up your phone. Seeing your savings shrink while prices soar, that sense of despair about the future feels all too real. But today, Jenny is going to reveal the truth hidden behind the chaos. Every major redistribution of wealth in human history has happened during times of devastating turmoil, not peace. While most people are paralyzed by fear, you have the golden opportunity to overtake them. In today's video, I'll personally pinpoint the 5 types of money you must absolutely avoid during a Great Depression, because every misplaced penny cuts off your escape route. I'll also openly share my private 2026 turnaround plan with you, giving it away without reservation. It's not just a financial checklist, it's your compass through the storm. Please calm your mind and listen carefully. In 2026, we must first protect our money, then steady our hearts, and finally, together, we will turn our fortunes around. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that affects every single one of us, our spending habits. It's so easy to let our money slip through our fingers without even realizing where it's all going. But what if I told you that with a few simple tweaks, you could completely transform your financial future? Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll have some seriously powerful strategies to take control of your spending and start building the life you want. So, where do we start? The first step is always awareness. You can't change what you don't track. For 1 month, I want you to track every single penny you spend. Yes, every single one. From your morning coffee to that late-night online purchase. You can use a notebook, a spreadsheet, or a budgeting app like Mint or YNAB. The tool doesn't matter as much as the habit itself. This isn't about judging yourself, it's about gathering data. Think of yourself as a detective on the case of your own finances. At the end of the month, you'll have a crystal clear picture of where your money is actually going, not just where you think it's going. The results might just surprise you. Once you have your data, it's time to categorize. Group your expenses into buckets like housing, transportation, food, entertainment, and subscriptions. This is where you'll start to see patterns. Maybe you're spending way more on takeout than you thought, or perhaps you have 3 streaming services you barely even use. This is the aha moment. This is where you identify the leaks in your financial boat. Look at each category and ask yourself, does this spending align with my values and goals? If you're trying to save for a big trip, but you see hundreds of dollars going to impulse buys, that's a clear disconnect. Now for the fun part, creating a budget that actually works for you. Forget those super restrictive, complicated budgets that make you feel miserable. Let's try the 50-30-20 rule. It's simple. 50% of your after-tax income goes to your needs, things like rent, utilities, and groceries. 30% goes to your wants. This is your fun money for dining out, hobbies, and shopping. And the most important 20%? That goes straight into savings and paying off debt. This framework gives you structure, but also flexibility. You can still enjoy life while making significant progress towards your financial goals. The key is to pay yourself first. Set up automatic transfers to your savings account the day you get paid. That way, the 20% is saved before you even have a chance to spend it. But what about those day-to-day temptations? We all have them. That's where a little bit of psychology comes in handy. Try the 24-hour rule. If you see something you want to buy that isn't a necessity, wait 24 hours. Just sleep on it. You'll be amazed at how often that initial urge to buy completely disappears. Another great trick is to unsubscribe from marketing emails. Out of sight, out of mind. The less you're tempted, the easier it is to stick to your plan. And when you do go shopping, always use a list. It keeps you focused and helps you avoid those shiny objects in the aisles that weren't part of the plan. Building good spending habits is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be times you overspend, and that's okay. Don't get discouraged. The goal is progress, not perfection. Just get back on track the next day. Celebrate your small wins along the way, like sticking to your grocery budget or hitting a savings milestone. These positive reinforcements will keep you motivated. Remember, every dollar you consciously decide not to spend is a dollar you're investing in your future self. It's about creating freedom and options for your life down the road. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these tips help you feel more empowered and in control of your finances. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more content on building a better financial future. Let me know in the comments which tip you're going to try first. I'll see you in the next video. The second category is money that you must absolutely not touch. This includes funds earmarked for leveraged bottom-fishing ventures and hearsay investments of dubious origin. As we enter 2026, you will inevitably hear about these investments in line groups, on Facebook, or even over dinner with neighbors. With prices this low, it's a once-in-a-century opportunity to turn your fortune around. Take out loans or max out your credit cards quickly to buy. That's how you leverage your way to wealth. From the perspective of money and mind, Jenny must seriously pull you back. There's one fatal misconception about bottom fishing. That market bottoms form a V-shape, plummeting to the bottom before instantly rebounding. But let me tell you, in true historical depressions, the bottom is often an extended L shape. What does that mean? It means that after the fall, prices will consolidate and fluctuate for a year, 2 years, or even 5 years. If you're investing spare cash, you'll merely see your assets shrink. As long as you don't sell, you're still in the game. However, if you're borrowing against credit lines, maxing out credit cards, or using leveraged funds that incur interest to bottom fish, you're gambling against time itself. Monthly interest payments will drain your cash flow. You think you're waiting for a rebound, but in reality, you're waiting to see who runs out of steam first. Most people don't misjudge the direction. They perish in the downpour before dawn. Furthermore, why must you absolutely avoid trusting those guaranteed profit tipster groups right now? When the market is buoyant, even pigs can fly. Following tips might yield gains. But in 2026, amid extreme capital scarcity, all guaranteed profits will only guarantee the tipster's own gains. They exploit your desperation to recoup losses, making you the fall guy who catches the falling knife. Remember Jenny's words. Never underestimate how long the market can remain in a state of flux. Hey everyone, I want to talk about something that really breaks my heart. How much money we waste on compensatory spending and compensatory tuition just to soothe our anxiety. Has this ever happened to you? You hear about another industry downsizing or a friend getting laid off, and that feeling of dread just washes over you. In that moment, your brain kicks into a defense mode called compensatory psychology. Suddenly, you get this intense urge to buy something. Maybe it's a super expensive skincare set, a fancy meal out, or maybe you just go wild and empty your entire online shopping cart. But here's the thing, you're not just buying stuff. You're buying the illusion that you're still in control of your life. The problem is, that high usually only lasts for about 15 minutes, while the credit card bill that follows will double your anxiety next month. What's even scarier than buying things is the knowledge anxiety tuition trap. Just open up your social media. I bet you're bombarded with ads screaming things like, last chance to turn your life around by 2026, or go from 0 to a 6-figure monthly income in 3 months, or the AI profit machine that earns money while you sleep. These courses aren't really selling knowledge, they're selling you a placebo. They're designed to prey on your fears about the future. When you pay those hefty tuition fees, you create a comforting illusion. I'm working hard, I'm taking action. But this kind of blind enrollment is really just spending money to feel like you're improving, without actually doing the work. During tough economic times, the tuition fee isn't your biggest cost. Your attention is. If you sign up for a bunch of expensive courses that aren't right for you, you're not just losing money. You're draining your most critical survival resource, your energy. True learning isn't about chasing trends. It should be based on what I call a usefulness self-assessment. In my turnaround configuration guide, I've created a special section to help you filter out these money-grabbing temptations. Before you buy any course, ask yourself 2 simple questions. Is this a skill I absolutely must have within the next 2 years? And can it be combined with the resources and skills I already possess? If you're not sure, just put that money away. Remember, when the world gets tough, rushing around without a clear direction will only burn you out faster. The highest form of diligence is to stop, aim carefully, and then move forward with purpose. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips. The fatal seduction of leverage. In a volatile market, the most dangerous whisper you will hear is that you can borrow your way to wealth. Highly leveraged debt is a siren song that promises to amplify your gains, but in reality, it only magnifies your vulnerability. Do not, under any circumstances, entertain the notion of turning your fortunes around with borrowed funds in 2026. When you play with high-leverage money, you aren't just betting on an asset. You are betting against time and global instability, a game where the house almost always wins. The favor loan dilemma. As the economic winter tightens its grip, the pressure won't just come from banks. It will come from your inner circle. Friends or relatives may approach you for favor loans to tide them over. This is where the boundary between money and mind becomes blurred. You feel the tug of loyalty, the guilt of saying no. But look at the landscape of 2026. Everyone is struggling, businesses are pivoting, and safety nets are fraying. A loan made out of guilt is rarely a loan. It is a gift in disguise. The golden rule of lending. Though it may seem harsh, my advice is clinical. Lend only what you can genuinely afford to give away. If seeing that money again is a requirement for your own financial survival, then the answer must be no. Money lent out in this climate is highly unlikely to be repaid, not because people are inherently dishonest, but because the systemic pressure is simply too great. When a loan fails, you don't just lose the trap of heavy asset nostalgia. We've been conditioned to believe that starting a real business requires a physical key, a storefront, and a mountain of inventory. But in 2026, that traditional heavy asset startup capital is often just a down payment on disaster. If you are contemplating quitting your stable job to launch a brick-and-mortar venture, stop immediately. Tying up your life savings in high street rents, expensive fit-out costs, and stagnant inventory isn't entrepreneurship anymore. It's a high-stakes gamble against a volatile economy that no longer rewards physical overhead. Drowning in inefficient social capital. It's not just your money that needs to stay light, it's your mind. Many aspiring founders waste their most precious resource, time, on inefficient social capital. These are the networking events and social gatherings where people do nothing but complain about the market or trade empty platitudes. These environments are energy vampires. They drain your creativity and replace your insights with collective anxiety. To survive 2026, you must prune your social circle. If the room isn't talking about solutions or new tools, you're in the wrong room. The era of low-cost experimentation 2026 belongs to the light asset operator. The barrier to entry has shifted from the size of your bank account to the depth of your digital literacy. The imperative now is low-cost experimentation. Instead of signing a 3-year lease, you should be leveraging AI tools to build prototypes in a weekend. Instead of hiring a full staff, you should be using digital platforms to automate your workflow. We are moving from a world of betting the farm to a world of testing the waters, where you fail fast, fail cheap, and pivot until you find a vein of gold. Building your digital fortress. Success in this era isn't about how much you own, but how little you need to own to generate profit. By choosing light asset operations, you preserve your money for actual growth and keep your mind free from the crushing weight of debt. This isn't about being small, it's about being agile. In my upcoming strategy session, I'll show you how to audit your business ideas through the lens of zero-rent scalability. Because in the new economy, the winner isn't the one with the biggest office. It's the one with the smartest system. Money dimension. Explaining the importance of a 12-18-month emergency fund. Why is cash flow now more important than asset valuation? In the past, financial advisors said that 3 to 6 months' worth of funds was sufficient, but in 2026, that could be fatal. Why? Because today's job market is not about frictional unemployment, but structural restructuring. If your industry is being reshuffled by AI or economic shifts, it takes an average of over a year to reposition yourself, learn new skills, and find a new income stream. This 18-month reserve isn't for sitting idly by. It's to buy you transition time. Without it, you'll default on your mortgage by the 3rd month of unemployment, forcing you to sell assets at rock-bottom prices or accept a dead-end job that stifles your future growth. Mind dimension. Explaining self-assessment of usefulness. When the market is sluggish, your skills are your most inflation-resistant asset. Having discussed the money in your pocket, Jenny now wants to talk to you about your mental assets. In 2026, amid a sluggish market and a general economic downturn, you will find that the value of all financial products may decrease, potentially reaching zero. Only one asset is absolutely inflation-proof: your usefulness. What is usefulness? When times are good, we easily equate our job title with our value. You might be an assistant manager or a director, believing that this defines your value. However, the reality in 2026 is that when a company no longer needs that position, your title becomes worthless. Mind dimension. Explaining the usefulness self-assessment. When the market slows down, your skills become your most inflation-proof asset. So, I ask every viewer to take out a piece of paper right now and conduct a usefulness self-assessment. Ask yourself a brutal question. If all my titles, business cards, and company resources vanished tomorrow, what would I possess that would make others willing to pay me? Jenny's perspective. Many will lose in 2026 because they will be paralyzed by overthinking. This chart is designed to help you see the order in the chaos.
Practical application. How to use the 2026 turnaround configuration sheet. Screen transitions to a screenshot of the PDF configuration sheet. Jenny guides with a cursor or her hand. This is the configuration sheet I've compiled for everyone. The left side is the money zone. Fill in how much you still need for your 18-month survival fund.
The right side is the mind zone. List your daily sources of anxiety and tick off items from my mindset filter checklist.
This sheet transforms emotional anxiety into rational figures. You'll find that once things become tangible, half the fear vanishes. I've compiled this configuration sheet into a PDF. You'll find it in the pinned comment and as the first link in the information section. It's free of charge. I simply hope these insights help you avoid unnecessary detours in 2026. Once you've downloaded it, I recommend printing it out and displaying it somewhere you'll see it every day. After claiming it, please comment below saying, "Jenny, I'm ready to turn things around." This will let me know you've taken the first step. 2026 may be challenging, but beyond every shadow, there is sunlight. By safeguarding these 5 types of wealth, you have already overtaken half of the population. Click the link in the info bar to download the allocation sheet. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with friends who might benefit from it too. I'm Jenny, here to help you manage your finances and mindset. Until next time, the Great Depression isn't frightening. What's terrifying is losing the courage to think and act. I'm Jenny, helping you with both finances and mindset. See you in the next video. Keep going.